The more automotive technology continues to advance, the more you rely on your scan tools and their functions to get the job done. This is the reason many shops and technicians have more than one. You may have one for quick code scans and service, like the Autel MX900, or one for advanced diagnostics, such as the Autel Ultra S2. What I have here, the Autel MS906 MAX, falls in between, and for me it plays an important role in diagnostics, especially on a test drive. I don't like to take the advanced units along, partly because of size, but they're also frequently in use. I like the 906 MAX because it's not too big, but it's big enough to see the screen easily, and it has a wireless VCI, which is my first rule of test drives. It's too easy to get tangled in a cord, which at minimum can damage your equipment, and worst case, become a safety hazard. One of the common things I'm doing on a test drive is recording live data to narrow in on a problem. The hard part is when a problem occurs, if you're not ready for it, you might miss the data you need. It's a best practice to have someone else operating the scan tool on a test drive so you aren't distracted. But even then, one of the most effective ways to capture data you need is by using PID triggers. These allow you to set a minimum and maximum range for any live data parameters, and if they're exceeded during the test drive, the 906 MAX will take a snapshot of the data at that point in time. Let me show you how it works. From the live data screen, tap the drop-down arrow on the data parameter you want to monitor, and then select the trigger button. It's the one on the far right here. That pulls up the trigger setting screen where you set the minimum and maximum values, plus you can enable the trigger alarm, which will sound if the values you set are exceeded, and the trigger is on by default. I'm going to use engine RPM as an example so we can easily see how this works. I'm going to set the minimum here to 500, and the maximum I'm going to set to 2500. Hit OK. And so raise the engine RPM. So you can see I raised the engine RPM above 2500. The scan tool gave an audible warning, and actually you could see it turn red to warn us that it had captured data at that trigger point when it exceeded the maximum. Some common real-world uses are monitoring reference voltages to differentiate between a wiring or component fault, or monitoring mass airflow sensor or even O2 sensor data. The bottom line is PID triggers are a valuable tool that allows you to identify intermittent faults and compare the activity of other data parameters when the problem occurs. That's just one of the many useful functions of the 906 MAX, including pre- and post-scans, bidirectional tests, service functions, coding, adaptations, and much more. And the 906 MAX is AutoAuth certified and therefore compatible with newer vehicles offered by Stellantis, Nissan, and Mercedes-Benz with security gateway modules. Users simply need to register their shop and their tablets with AutoAuth. For more information, visit autel.us. Thanks for watching.